stop by Dawn Dares to Drink today to see what we're all about. Well, let me give you a brief summary of what I do here on my channel. My goal is to inspire and motivate adults to dream again. Because as we go through life and take on our different roles and responsibilities, we tend to put our dreams on the back burner. My goal here at Dawn Dares to Dream is to help you pick those dreams back up and pursue them again. Today we are making a smoothie. Yes, I said it, we're making a smoothie. I promised you for every Tuesday in October, we would be making smoothies because I know you need to get off of those pandemic pounds. You need to lose those pandemic pounds, and I'm here to help you. So today we're actually going to make a papaya, mango, orange smoothie. And we're gonna have as the liquid of choice today, we're going to do vanilla soy yogurt. Because I didn't really want to put coconut water in it or just plain water. I think having the creaminess of the milk will help enhance the flavor of the smoothie. And of course, we do have our special topic today. And as I have been saying for the past few weeks now, you need to go and download your free copy of the Law of Attraction Action Guide. You can go to my website, dawndaretodream.com. The link is in the description for this video. Click on that or type it in. Scroll down to the bottom and register with your name and your email address, and we will send you your copy of the action guide. Because today we are talking about key 2 in the action guide. Now, the second key is, it basically says, know what you want. Focus on what you want. Be clear on what you want. And so today I'm going to go through an exercise that helps you to become clear on what you want and how to create your affirmations or your I am statements about having the thing that you want, because that brings clarity. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about the example in the action guide where I talk about my car and how I feel like the universe played a joke on me. We'll talk about that as well, because all of these elements and components are vital to us attracting into our lives those things that we want and desire. And this whole month of October is all about law of attraction and how do we get it activated, how do we use it, what are the elements, what are we supposed to do. So what I'm doing, the first half of the month, I spoke to you about the law of attraction and how to use it, period. Now, on the second half of the month, what I'm discussing with you is how to figure out how to activate it. You may be missing some key components or key elements, and therefore your manifestations aren't coming out clear, or they're a little muddled, or they're not happening at all. I'm here to help you figure out what those things are. And as we get deeper and deeper into the 10 keys, I will bring out these other elements. Because this week we're going to talk about inner work, and we're going to talk about recognizing our triggers, because those 2 elements, Thursday and Friday, that are going to come out are really going to help you dig in there and figure out what you are missing as you are activating the law of attraction. What's going wrong? What elements do you need to improve? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to declutter in your mind, in your heart? So let's get started. So I'm not sure if you've ever worked with a fresh papaya. So I had never worked with one before, to be honest with you. I decided that I wanted to put one in my smoothie. So when we open this up, this sucker has, I'm just going to cut it in half. It has these black seeds in the center. So we want to get rid of those seeds just like we would if it was a cantaloupe or a honeydew melon, or even trying to get rid of the seeds in a watermelon. But we don't need the seeds in our, see the seeds? We don't need the seeds in our dish. So what I'm gonna do is just scoop these out into the trash bowl I have here. I set it up because I knew I was gonna probably have a lot of trash today with doing this smoothie. Now, what I wanna tell you is when you're doing smoothies and you have the goal of doing smoothies every day, you want to meal prep. So any of your melons, you want to cut them, dice them, have them all ready. Your pineapple, you can do your mango as you go because it's such a small fruit. Or like today, we're also using the orange. But things like the papaya, you want to have those already taken care of. So what I'm going to do is, I don't know the official way of doing this, but I'm going to slice it like I would do a watermelon, or if I wanted to dice it, or the cantaloupe where you just slice it, and then I'm just gonna cut it, and there are my chunks that I'm gonna put in my dish. So I just take it and slice it. So I don't know how many of you have used the papaya, but the nice thing that a papaya does, it does just like the mango. Your smoothie is rather smooth for it to be a homemade smoothie. Because I will be honest with you, if you don't understand how to combine the different fruits, you will not be very successful at your, I put that in there by accident. You won't be successful at your smoothie making. So that's why I decided for us to get off our pandemic pounds, I would do basically smoothies so you could see how simple they were. So remember, I cut this in half. So what I'm gonna do is take and cut, and then I'm taking each piece and I'm slicing it, and then I'm slicing it off just like I would do a cantaloupe or a melon, the same way. But you want to be careful. My knife is really, really sharp, so I want to be careful because this is very, very ripe. I actually got this at the market and I left it in the fridge for probably a week. So it ripened up nicely, but that makes it tender to cut. So we don't want to cut ourselves. I wanted to be careful. So that's all that we're going to use. And I'm probably not even going to use all of this in the smoothie. I'll probably save some for a smoothie tomorrow. So, and what I'm going to do later, I'm going to cut and dice this up as well so I can have it for the remainder of the week. And what you can do is add papaya, play around with the different tropical fruits and add them together and make your smoothies. I'm going to tell you that you are going to be pleasantly surprised that just about any tropical fruit that you're going to put together, like pineapple, mango, papaya, it's going to work and the flavors are going to go well, and it's going to help your smoothie to be a little bit creamier. So we're also going to add in some mango. So yeah, I'm going to peel the mango first because if I don't, it'll be weird trying to dice the mango because it's so soft. So we're going to get this skin off of here, and you've seen this in a previous video. I did a mango pineapple smoothie, and as you can see, I love my mangoes. Actually, when I did my grocery shop, I bought about 10 of them because I'm doing the videos for you and then I'm eating them every day. I haven't put on any pandemic pounds, to be honest. I have lost weight over the pandemic, but I'm seeing how good I've done and how I can do even better. So I've been playing around with just drinking my smoothies and eating my salads for lunch and then having a healthy dinner, and I'm liking the way that I feel. I'm wondering if I should do like when I go on vacation, where I subtract meat from my regular diet. I'm wondering if I should do that because I feel like when I don't have meat, I'm not as aggressive. I'm more easygoing. I'm more like laid back, like feeling. Now, I pretend to be easygoing and laid back in my real life, but I think I actually feel that way when I don't eat meat. But I love meat, so I can't tell you that I'm gonna just stop eating it. So now we want to talk a little bit about focusing on what we want and being clear on what that is. So before you can focus on what you want, you need to be clear on what you want. And when you are using the law of attraction, you want to make sure that the law of attraction is interpreting what you want correctly. Because the law of attraction it's going to respond to what we say and what we think and how often we say it and how often we think it. So again, I'm always talking about these affirmations or I am statements because they help you to focus, and it helps you to plan and focus because you've written it down and you're going to read it and you're going to think about it. So if you're trying to create something like I was trying to create that car, which I did, I manifested that car. That car was like poof. And I said that I was going to tell you how long it took. Literally, I got upset with my dad with the rides back and forth to work. And 2 weeks later, I was driving my vehicle. And that's how fast your manifestation can be. And it can be even faster, or it can take longer. What you have to understand is I had never purchased a car before. So I didn't understand what that process was like. I didn't know what it looked like. I didn't know anything. I was new here to Houston, Texas, so I did not even know where to go and purchase a car. Granted, I know you said you don't know. There are dealerships all up and down the road. Yes, there are. But I knew I didn't have good credit. You understand? I also knew that I didn't have a substantial down payment along with my not so good credit. So I hadn't had a bank or a credit union that I had been with long enough to even get the loan through them. So I wasn't sure how this whole deal was going to come together. And that was my dilemma. But when you're using the law of attraction, there is no such thing as a dilemma. There's no such thing as a problem. There's no such thing as an obstacle. Because when you focus on the thing that you want and you express what it is that you want and you are consistent, you will pull that into your reality. So I need to get this mango cut up. So I feel a little skin that I had left, a little bit more. We're also going to continue to talk about my manifestation of my car, because that was the first large item that I had ever manifested. Now, and I probably had been a student of the law of attraction for, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years at that point. So but I had not manifested a large item yet. So this was serious for me. But I'll give you a little tip. You become very clear on what you want when you are at your wit's end with something. You naturally become aware of what you truly want. When you need this is a make or break situation, you become clear on what you want, because what you want is right there in front of your face. You totally understand it. Now, when you're manifesting from a place of, I just desire a new home, but I don't need it, it's more difficult to become clear on what you want. But in my situation, it was very clear. I knew I needed to get me to and from work. I knew that I couldn't pay over a certain amount of money. I knew the elements that I wanted in a car, like I told you in the action guide. I wanted a CD player and I wanted a cassette deck. Yes, cassette. So that I could listen to my affirmations that I had recorded in my own voice, because it's very important when you record your affirmations in your own voice and you listen to them, it does something to your subconscious, and it really informs your subconscious that you're serious about it, especially when you listen like on your way to sleep. Like, it's very powerful. But let's get back to the story. So I didn't know how to buy a car. I had never bought one. I had a car before, but I didn't purchase it. It was kind of given to me. So I didn't know how to buy a car. I don't know anyone that well at my job yet, because I was just employed and I kind of kept to myself, did my job, came home. But one day, this young lady who was not employed there very long said to me, we had some kind of conversation, and I told her I was looking for a car. She was like, oh, you can go get a car where I got my car from. Just random. And I'm like, huh? She says, yeah, it's really, really simple. I said, well, what do I need? She said, you need $1,000 down and you can have a car. And then you'll pay your payments, blah, 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 blah. I thought she was crazy, but guess what? I listened. Yes, I did. I listened. So I told her, okay. So I worked doubles for 1 week, got my $1,000, or 2 weeks, and got my $1,000. Told her I was ready to go. She took me to the dealership. I had my $1,000, and I signed the paperwork, and I had a car. And it was a Toyota Camry. It was a 1992 Toyota Camry. It was green. And it had a sunroof because I wanted it to have a sunroof. It had a cassette deck and it had a CD player. And it had no AC because I had never said anything about AC. Because you just think a car is going to come with AC. You don't need to focus on AC. You don't need to write an affirmation about AC. And I didn't get it. Now, granted, my father rigged it and put some that stuff in there so that the AC would work for me, but it didn't come with AC. So I say the universe was trying to teach me a lesson and let me know that I need to be specific about what I want. So I share that story to tell you, make sure that you really know what you want and to write an extensive list. Don't stop because you think that some things are commonplace and they're automatically going to happen. Make sure that you are focusing on those items as well, or listening to those items as well. That's what I would say. So the exercise for this particular key is basically to write down what it is that you want. So I'm assuming that you're watching this video and you're here right now because you have a need. And I say that not because you saw law of attraction and you came. That's not what I mean. I mean that everyone who sees this video sees it at a time and place when they need to use it. They need to activate the law of attraction. So they stumble on this video and here we are discussing this whole topic. And what I'm here to tell you is God, the universe, will supply your needs, will supply your wants, will supply your desires. They're actually already supplied. It's already done. We have to change our mindset so that we can see the new reality of what it is that we possess and what it is that we have. And when our mindset adjusts to the right frequency, we will then see our manifestation. But what I want you to do is to write that list. And I want you to keep it simple. I want you to write your sentences in simple sentences. Remember I said early in this video to write your affirmation or to think about what you want in a manner in which the law of attraction would understand you. The more complicated we get as adults and we speak in these combined sentences and all these different ways that we've learned to write, I'm telling you to put that down right now. Put that to bed. And what you're going to do is write like you're a kindergartner, and you are going to write simple sentences about what it is that you want. You also want to have each sentence to have only one subject in it. One thing that you're doing in each sentence. Because that's each affirmation. So I know you may be just feel like you could say 3 things in one sentence. Don't do it. Make it as simple as possible, and your manifestation will appear as simple as possible. So listen to what I say. So take that list. It doesn't matter how long it is, but I want you to take the time to write your list about the thing that you desire to have in your life, and be as specific as possible. And remember to focus on the end of what it is you desire. I talked about focusing on the end in the first half of this month. So now what I want you to do is write an affirmation about what it is that you want. Keep it very simple. Write simple sentences, subject, verb, adjective, however that works, but just one subject, one thing you're talking about in that particular sentence. And I want you to write as many as that come out. But remember, you're focusing on the end. So you also want to talk about what it looks like, feels like, tastes like to have your manifestation. You want to write what you want in it, yes. And then somewhere you want to transition in your affirmation, and you want to talk about what it feels like to have it, what it smells like to have it, what it sounds like to have it. You want to use your 5 senses and write about your manifestation. Those items are going to help it pull to you faster, because they are going to ignite emotions in you that we are going to talk about later as we continue maybe in this, not this week, but in next week, we're going to talk about how your emotions affect your manifestation and what it is that you need to be focused on and where you need to channel your emotions. So we're going to get back to our smoothie. So now we're going to get this orange right. I probably shouldn't have cut it this way, but I did. So I'm only going to use half an orange, and I'm probably just going to use half of the ingredients that I have down here as well. But I am going to peel the orange. So I kept that half, but now I'm going to peel off the peeling or the skin from this half. And then we're going to blend everything together. But remember, I talked about when you're making smoothies, how you basically want to layer the items. So for this, we are going to put ice in the bottom, and we're going to put in our papaya, our mango, and then we're going to add in the orange at the end. So let me go ahead and get that ice. So we have our ice. So now we're going to put in half of the papaya, put in some of the mango, and then we're going to put our orange in. And we're going to add in the soy milk. So if you use regular milk, then you can use that. We use soy milk or almond milk. And to be honest, we typically use almond milk. I don't know why I picked up the soy milk in the market. I guess I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to get this all blended. So this is what it looks like now. So I have to gather a cup, and we're going to see how this goes. So here we go. Give it a little garnish. It's looking pretty good. Tastes like a creamsicle. But you see how smooth that is? That's as a result of the papaya and the mango together. So I just want to admonish you to think about or to open your mind when it comes to thinking about the law of attraction. It is very easy for us to shut down and go, I've never heard of this concept before, or I've been trying to use it and it doesn't work, and just shut down. I'm here to tell you I'm a real person in a real world, and it has worked for me. I believe I told you about the whole money manifestation where the check was in the box in my apartment when I first learned of the law of attraction, but what we were working on was attracting money. And then I hadn't really used it, to be honest. What I'll say to you is the law of attraction had changed my mindset. Hadn't really used it in anything, but it changed my mindset with understanding that there was abundance in this world, and I just didn't know how to tap into it yet. So that excited me. That gave me some enthusiasm about life, and that's what I want to do for you. Because when you really get it, when your mindset really changes, is when you will be able to activate the law of attraction properly. I talked about previously my acronym that I'm going to be using moving forward is MBA, Mindset, Belief, and Action. So with the law of attraction, our mindset has to change. Then once our mindset changes and we're more open to other things, we got to believe. Just like we believed in anything else in our life, we got to believe in the law of attraction and believe in our ability to activate it and believe that we deserve the things that it is that we desire. And then we take action towards them. And that action is writing those affirmations, reading them, listening to them, saying them over and over again, doing our vision boards, putting the items up that we want so that we can see them when we wake and when we go to bed. It is very important for us to immerse ourselves in our manifestation. So I just want to thank you for tuning in today. Tastes like a creamsicle. Tastes like a creamsicle. And if you like this video, give me thumbs up. Also remember, there's a share button down here with an arrow. Click on that and share this to your social media platform. Share this to Facebook so that way your social media family and friends can learn about Dawn Dares to Dream and learn some different concepts about personal development, about the law of attraction that they probably need, because we all do, right? And leave me a comment. If you have a question, ask. I will definitely reply. I'm going to reply within 24 hours. You're going to get a response from me. So go ahead and reply. Ask any questions that you may have. And don't forget to go out to DawnDaresToDream.com or go to the link in the description for this video and download your action guide. So you go to my website, go scroll all the way down to the bottom, register with your name and your email address, and that way you will be able to download the action guide and you can follow along and do the activities as we discuss them. And last but not least, my face is going to be up here in a circle. Click on my face, select the gray bell, select all, and that way you'll be notified to all the new content that I place up here to YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, you'll be subscribed. Have a great day, dreamers!